And we're back with some more records from my folks' house. Howdy, music fans. Thanks for joining me. And we're going to go into a few artists today. We're going to do Suzi Quatro, Chuck Berry, and Ike and Tina Turner. So here's a Suzi Quatro album. This is just called Bravo Presents or something like that. And then, I don't know, Suzi in Action. I don't know what the hell this thing's really called, but it looks pretty goofy. And it's just a greatest hits album. It's got Can the Can and All Shook Up and The Wild One. And, although, wait a minute, Close Enough to Rock and Roll. Delegate Drive, yeah, this is a collection of sorts. Pretty goofy. Who knows what country this is from? It looks like it's from Sweden or one of those Norwegian countries. Could be Germany, even. I don't know. If I can find it anywhere. RAK Records. Who the hell knows? Somebody knows. Maybe you know, and you can tell me. And then we have Suzi Quatro's first record, just called Quatro, which I've also done a video on my Suzi Quatro CDs, and this is included, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these. And then Suzi Quatro, I guess this is her second record. I think that's how this works. Yeah, this is her second record. First one's Quatro, second one's Suzi Quatro. Pretty cool looking, huh? There she looks like Leather Tuscadero, right? From Happy Days. She's just so badass, man. I can't help it. She's just so badass. Just look at her. Look at that. Look at that face. Cute, hot, and badass all at the same time. Don't want to mess with her, man. And then, let's see, Your Mama Won't Like Me, Suzi Quatro. This one's got some real fun, funky stuff on it. Bit Off More Than I Can Chew, and Your Mama Won't Like Me is a pretty funky tune. Maybe I'm going to make another bid for people to tell me how to store these if I'm doing this, if this is going to be, if they're going to last up here like this. Suzi and Other Four-Letter Words, another one I really, really loved as a kid and still do. There's a set list. Track list, I mean. And there's Suzi. And then, If You Knew Suzi. And I here can make a correction and say that song "The Race Is On" was not the George Jones tune. It's Nicky Chin and Mike Chapman wrote that. And then she does "Tired of Waiting." "Stumbling In" is on this, and she does Tom Petty's "Breakdown," but she does, and Rick Derringer's "Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo." But she does have some originals on here, as well as some Chin Chapman tracks, which she pretty much always had in these days. Okay, and then Rock Hard. Finally got this on CD as well. One of her kind of later albums, but that's pretty weird to say because she just released one this year, and she just released one a few years ago. All right, that's it for Suzi. Now, Chuck Berry. Back home, I just went through finding these later 70s records of Chuck Berry on CD, and they're expensive. They're all $20 or more usually, and overseas, high shipping. But I really wanted to have them, even though I have everything in all the box sets, the Bear Family and the Chess box sets. I just wanted these by themselves as well. They're all Japanese CDs, pressings. And I've got some more of them, but before we get to those, we've got just Chuck Berry, and this has the song "Back to Memphis" that I mentioned earlier, and it's just called Chuck Berry, and it's got newer versions. This might be a Mercury. Let's see, is this Mercury Records? It says Pickwick Mercury. Yeah, so these are later recordings with the organ and stuff, which I've got another record like that as well coming up. Then this one is Chuck Berry Golden Decade, and I believe it's just a collection of hits, kind of like the Great 28. And it's opens up like this. That's the front. That's the back. Chuck Berry's a gas station attendant. Don't ask me why. I guess that's what he's doing. Golden Decade. And there's lots and lots of hits, and I believe these are original. Actually, these aren't really hits. That's the thing about this that I think I liked. Yeah, these are lots of oddball tunes. After his hits. Yeah, see, these aren't songs that ever became real big for him that I know of anyway. And I think that's why I kind of liked this, having more of Chuck. Okay, then this one is the greatest hits on Mercury, golden hits, and it's Mercury. So these probably came, some of these came from that other album that I said had all the organ on it. And these are newer versions, you know, of these records, of these tracks, you know. What's on here? Let's see, Johnny B. Good, and Rock and Roll Music, and Roll Over Beethoven, and Carol, and Sweet Little 16, and Memphis, and Maybelline, and Back in the USA, and School Days. And I'm guessing Club Nitty Gritty is probably a newer track that he wrote for this, maybe, or something to that effect, something from his Mercury days. Then we have London, the London Chuck Berry sessions, which, you know, Howlin' Wolf did one of these, and Bo Diddley did one of these, and Muddy Waters did one of these, and they basically put in a British band. And let's see who's on this British band, who's in this British band. No real big names, honestly. Ian McLagan and Kenny Jones are in it, both from the Faces. I'm surprised that Bill Wyman and Charlie Watts aren't on this, because they were on they were on most of the others, if not all of the others, and they're Chuck Berry fans. These are some great pictures. He really was a badass in the 70s. He looked so freaking cool in the 70s. All right, Chuck Berry Rocket. That was one of his later albums also, which is really good. And this one you could find on CD before I got these other ones. You could find this one, but it's a great album. Then we have Chuck Berry in London. I don't know what the difference is with this. If this is similar to what I just showed, the London Chuck Berry sessions. I don't think it is. I think it's different. And then one just called Chuck Berry. This is one of those later 70s records that I just finally picked up. They added a lot of bonus tracks on these Japanese pressings also, so that's nice. And there's no bonus tracks on these records, and that's him with his daughter Ingrid Berry singing. Does a great version of where is it? You Are My Sunshine on here. Yeah, wonderful. Swanee River, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. A lot of covers on here, but definitely some Chuck Berry tunes as well. And we have Bio. This is another Chuck Berry from that those later ones, 70s albums that are very difficult to find for under 20 bucks. And in this country, you can't find them. It looks like it was a cutout there up at that little divot up at the opening. I can't believe that was real, like that was supposed to be there. And then this one's just called Chuck Berry, and I believe this is, this might be live. I'm really not sure, I don't remember. I think it is, because it says intro, and then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs on it. So I think that was probably live album. And then last of the 70s albums, San Francisco Dues, which I also found online. So I've gotten all 4 of these now online. Maybe I should do a video on the CDs. And last, Ike and Tina Turner. Got only 3, but these were very, very special to me. Get It Together. Absolutely loved these records when I was a kid. That great picture on the back there. And the tracks, man, boy did I love these songs, and still do. And then this one just says Tina Turner, the Queen, but I'm pretty positive that it's Ike. Yeah, these songs are written by Ike Turner, some of them, and I believe it's Ike and Tina. Hard to keep track of this stuff. No one's really collected their stuff in one place like Bear Family. I actually emailed Bear Family once and asked why they didn't do an Ike and Tina Turner set, and he said that there's enough on them, out there working together. But you gotta collect it. You can't get it all in one place is the thing. Okay, folks, that is it. Next, I'll be back with Rolling Stone stuff and Joan Jett stuff. Thanks for watching. See if this remote control works this time. Nope. All right, have a good day. Thanks.